Welcome to your 10-minute ab fab workout. We're going to focus primarily on our transversus abdominis, the core abdominal muscles, and our obliques. They're all part of our core muscle group. I want to start first by coming down, lying on your backs. We want to make sure we're in a neutral spine at all points of our abdominal work. So let's just go into a forward and back pelvic tilt, just to ease out through the back, but to also help us find our neutral back position a little easier. So in a forward position, you want to have your imaginary marble on your abdominals rolling down to your pelvis, and in your flat back, that marble rolling down towards your sternum. And then gradually make that pelvic tilt smaller and smaller until you're in a position where your hips are level with your pelvis and you're in a neutral spine. Breathe in, and on the out breath, we're going to come up and draw our abs in, and then bring and come into your neutral spine. When you're in your neutral spine, we're going to breathe in, draw the abs in, and on the out breath, lift the head and shoulders off the floor, and the arms come up to your side, reaching away, maybe even reaching up to your knees. Your eye line is way above your knees, keeping that chin. You want to imagine you have a large apple between your chin and your chest. And we're going to start drawing those abs in, no mounding, by reaching over your knees and relaxing off. Reaching and relaxing for 10 of those. So you reach and relax it off, keeping the shoulders and the head lifting off the floor for another 8, 7, keep going, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it up there, take the arms around, interlace your hands, rest your head in your hands. Don't pull on the hands on your head with your hands. With your elbows in your peripheral vision, the abs drawn in, you're going to lift and lower. So you lift on the out breath and lower on the in breath. Keep going. We're going to do 10. So we have 6 more. Now we're not taking the head all the way down to the mat. Our starting position was our lifted head and shoulders. As we do another 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now you can bring your head down to the mat if you wish and reset and come back to the starting position, or you can stay here and go straight into the crossbody. So taking your right elbow in the direction of your left hip, we reach over the midline on the out breath and back. We stay on that same side and come back. Reach, draw the abs in and back. Let's do another 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Keep breathing. Keep your chin away from your chest. Making sure you're looking after your neck for another 2 and another 1. Come back to the middle. Well done. Take your head to the floor if you need to at any point. Breathe in, draw those abs in. We're going over the other side. Breathe out, draw that elbow over to your opposite hip. Of course, your elbow is not going to touch your hip, but that's the general direction. So it's over the midline and down a little bit. As we do our last 5, breathe out. For 5, for 4, and 3. Keep going, and 2, and 1. Bring the head to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Circling those knees around in one direction. Massaging your lower back in the mat as a bonus. And back round the other way. Take one foot to the floor, then the other foot. And we'll go again. Now, this time we're going to do it but with our feet in a tabletop position. So you breathe out, lift up one leg, breathe out, lift up the other leg. Draw those abs in, take the arms around your head. So this time, one arm, the other arm. You can have them each side here, and we pulse up and up. So that eye line well over your knees, up in that direction, but you're pulsing forward for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms around, interlace, relax that neck off in your hands. Breathe out, come up, and relax, up, and relax. Let's go for another 8, another 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over the body, and back, and over, and back. Keep going, 10 each time. Now, if 10 feels too much for you, then maybe start with 6. If having your feet up takes your back particularly out of your neutral spine, then keep your feet on the floor. Go with what works for you, but try and do at least 2 sets as we do our last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Breathe in there, breathe out over the other side. And again, if you want to take your head down in between, have a little rest. Breathe out and back, over and back for another 5, another 4, another 3, another 2, and another 1. Head to the floor, knees in again, circle them one more time. We're going to do one more set of these today in our ab session, but we're going to take it up a notch again. So both feet to the floor, make sure you're in neutral spine. This time, again, you can stay with the one that you were on before. This time we're going to take the legs into a perpendicular position. So you feel your hip bones lovely and level on the mat, knees and ankles directly above your hips. Breathe in, breathe out, take the arms up. So the head and shoulders lift, the hands behind your head, elbows out in your peripheral vision. You breathe in, out, one arm. We start with our pulses, up and up on that out breath. We're basically trying to reach the bottom of our shin towards our ankles. Our eye line is looking at the toes. Our chin away from the chest. As we do another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind our heads. Don't pull on your head with your hands. Chin away from your chest. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Out breath as you lift. In as you come back. As we do another 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right elbow, left hip. Right elbow, left hip. For 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Just another side to go. Reach over the left elbow towards the right hip. Draw those abs in. Keep breathing as your chin still away from your chest. Let's do another 6 together here. 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. We're not going to lie down this time. We're going to climb up our right leg and we're going to lower the left leg. Now that left leg doesn't have to come that low. It can come a little bit higher. This leg will only come as far in as your hamstring flexibility will allow. So if you're more narrow, that's perfectly fine. Just keep the move consistent. Keep the head and shoulders drawn up, eye line looking up at that foot. We're going to come into our scissors. So we're going to swap and swap for another 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Well done. Draw those knees in and circle around. And circle back round the other way. Really great work. We're just going to take the legs back up one last time. Draw the right leg towards you and draw up and take the left leg down. We're going to do scissors again, but this time we're going to do double pulse. So you're going to come in and swap, in and swap. So pulse, pulse, swap, pulse, pulse, swap. Let's go for 8 more and 6 more. You've got it for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring your knees in. Take the feet to the floor. Take the arms out to the side. Take your knees over to the right and your eye line over to the left. Draw those abs in and swap the knees over the other side. And the eye line turns to the other hand. And you're done.